We're ranking every single Nikke character in 2024. Let's go. Obviously, you got top 10 SS, Copium, mid, RIP. Let's start. 2B, I'm gonna put her in Copium, right? She's very good, I would say. It's just you need a certain character which is masked, I would say, and then she also needs to be in a long fight, right? In reality, I would say she's let's change the term Copium to like good, right? I would say she's good. I would say she's mid, because I would say A2 is good. A2 is just fantastic when it comes to mob clearing. She's just probably one of the best, if not the best AoE. I would say she's like the second or third best AoE clearer just overall in the game. All right. Yes, obviously, if you couldn't tell, this is an overall tier list. A literally is useless. Add me, she was good when she first came out, but the reload, we just don't need this anymore. She's a burst 2 as well, and damn near all these reload buffers are burst 2 now. Alice is a fantastic healer. I will give her that SS tier, right? Alice will give her a top 10 candidate spot. She's a fantastic DPS, and now she is free, which is not why her ranking is going up, but she is free. Summer Niece, also one of the best DPSs in the game, and a pretty good support for electric code characters, and is pretty much dead. I'm sorry, you're not using her in PvP. She does have a revive mechanic, but it's just not it. Arya, unfortunately, she's dead. Her crit rate, crit damage buffs, as she has a shield, I believe, it's just not, there's no point. Asuka's a pretty good character. I wouldn't say she's top 10, but SS she could go. When it comes to Bey, I would have her in mid. I would say she's a fantastic tank, right? But you do need to have her paired up with, guess who, Biscuit. And Biscuit is a fantastic character all around. I would say Biscuit is a character that you can use with Bey in story to like kind of tank, but realistically Biscuit shines in PvP. That's kind of why I'm giving her that good tier. I could give her just mid, realistically. Blanc is still one of the best supports in the game, despite you having to have her best friend, which is Noir, aka her sister. Brid, you're dead. You did nothing. Senti, when the game first came out, Senti was very, very, very good when it came to her shield, and in theory she technically is still very, very good when it comes to her shield. It's just that we don't need it as much anymore, so I feel like she's going in the good tier. Right, Clay, literally, I don't think Clay is that great of a character. She doesn't really offer much. So there's that. Coco really doesn't offer much either. She has a cleanse, which is cool. Crow does nothing. Crown is one of the best characters in the game. I would say she's easily a top 3 character in the game. Shield, attack damage, buffs, good damage. Very, very good character regardless, right? This D, I would have put her in mid before, but at this point, I think it's rest in peace, right? We don't need her anymore when it comes to win bosses. And even when she came out, we never really needed her for, not win bosses. I think it's iron bosses. We didn't need her for iron bosses. So yeah, Diesel, ever since she got her favorite item, I will put her in good. D Killer Wife is a SS character or top 10 candidate, I will say. We're going to obviously fix this as time goes by, right? But Dala is a character who used to be so good, and she technically still is, but again, when you get more and more burst 2 characters, like a lot of these characters' value go down, and that's where I would say Dala's is right now. Dorothy, SS tier. Honestly, Dorothy is getting to a point where I would say I would still say she's an SS character, right? Drake is literally just rest in peace at this point, right? Ein is pretty SS tier. I would say she's pretty good. Eleg is a very good character when it comes to bosses. Ein is very good when it just comes to damage in general, right? Fantastic damage. Amelia is a good character when it comes to damage. I would say Emma is a very good character for PvP, and that's what's kind of just holding her up there in mid, because of how well she is in PvP. But other than that, she would have been a rip. Ipeno is pretty decent in tower, her tower specifically, but overall, in reality, she's garbage. Inuwa is garbage. Exia, it's not garbage. Exia is the SS tier. I would say Exia with her favorite item. Maybe I'll have to add in the favorite item versions of these characters, but Exia with her favorite item is the SS character, right? We're not even going to do like them without their favorite. The favorite item comes with the character at this point, so we're ranking them with their favorite item. It is what it is. So I would say Axia is an SS character. Fo Quang useless. Freema with her, I would give her a good. I would give her good with her favorite item. The only thing is right now we don't have much true damage buffers or DPSs, but when we get them, we're going to see more of that. I would say Guillotine is still pretty good, right? If you actually give her overload gear and stuff like that. Guillotine from the beginning of the game after she got her buff, and now when she got her buff till now, if you give her overload gear, you guys are going to see yourself. Guillotine still does quite some damage, right? She's just a character people don't really use. Guilty, very, very good. I would say she's mid, right? I think Guilty kind of fell off. We don't really need a burst 2 DPS anymore. And even if we did, I don't think Guilty is that go-to character anymore. Haron is, I would say, good. I mean, I could say Haron is mid now, but I think that's a reach. I would say she's still pretty good, but she's definitely hitting that like mid. I mean, honestly, I would say she's mid now. Haron, She's good for early game, but other than that, I don't really see it, right? I would say this helm is mid. She's just good when it comes to that one boss, which is electric code bosses, and that's the damage taken. That's it, right? I would say this helm is pretty good still. I know it might sound crazy, but she has the crit rate buff, the healing. Maybe I could put her in mid. I don't think it's fair to say this helm is still that good, right? Isabel, rest in peace. Jackal, we're gonna put her in mid, just because she's really good in PvP. Anything else is not. She's not good in. Julia, rest in peace. Kilo, we're gonna put Kilo in mid. It is what it is. Laplace, we're gonna put her in double S tier with that favorite item. Leona, we could put her in mid for the shotgun team, but in reality, the shotgun team isn't all that. Laplace. Litter is top 10. Ludmilla is a double S character. That's the Winter Ludmilla. Ludmilla is a great DPS, right? Obviously, Litter is a fantastic support. The Winter Ludmilla is fantastic DPS. Laplace is a fantastic DPS. This Ludmilla, I still think she has a pretty cool designed kit, and I think if you have her paired up with certain characters, you can get performance out of her. But in reality, I would probably say she is a dead character, right? We could put her in mid just because of how well she is if you do have her up with certain characters. And when I say certain characters, I mean, like, for example, Bay is a character who makes it that literally no one on the team takes as much damage as her, right? But anytime you enter a full burst, or not, it basically, her burst skill makes it that everybody's damage is like basically just, they're tanking. They're all tanking. So if you have Ludmilla who's already tanking and she's taking damage and that's going on to Bay, that's a crazy combo. We're going to give her mid for that. But other than that, Maiden dead. Makima, we could put her in mid. Marciana, I would still say, is a pretty good healer. Mari, I would say, is a triple S character, fantastic support. This Mary's useless. This Mary, I would say she's I would say she's a good healer still. Other than that, she's actually, she's reaching her limit here with mid, right? Honestly, we're just going to keep her mid there. Mast, I would still say, is a pretty good character. Despite people not using her as much, I would still say Mast is a very good character. Maxwell still, honestly, Maxwell, I would say, is a double S character, right? Her support still stands the test of time. We're going to put her as SS character, right? Mika's a okay character. I would say she's pretty mid, though. I wouldn't say she's, like that good of a character, but she's not bad at all. Milk, rest in peace. Miranda, again, nobody uses her, but she does have pretty good buffs, so we're gonna put her in that mid tier. Modernia is a top 10 candidate. Moran is mid. Let's put her in dead. She's good in PvP, but other than that, I would say she's mid. Naga is a top 10 candidate. This character is trash. Nero is garbage. Nihilister is mid. She's not that bad anymore with some of the new supports, but she is mid. Noah is a mid character as well. All right. I would say Noah's better than Jackal, though. Noir is a SS character, right? These two could be top 10 candidates too, but I don't. We'll see. We'll have to like arrange it. Noise, I would say Noise is still pretty good. In reality, I know people are not using Noise when it comes to healing, but I would still say she's a good character. Novel, I would still say, is mid, right? Besides her little one buff or damage, taken to the bosses, what else is Novel doing? She's pretty mid, but that one ability is pretty good. Pepper is, I would say, a dying healer, right? She has her stuff, but she's still a dying healer. Polly, I would say, is honestly, I would say she's mid, right? Polly has a good attack buff and a good shield. The only problem is she's on a 40-second cooldown, so it's like Power is dead. Privity is still double S. Maid Privity is a good character, I would say. Quincy is dead. Kiri is dead. Rapunzel is good, I would say. She's a good healer. I would say she's a good healer. I mean, I guess I could say she's a SS healer. Red Hood is the best character in the game, so that's obviously. Ray is a double S character. This Ray is garbage. Rem is a good character. Rem is actually very, I would say Rem is still good, right? I would say Rem is fantastic for, obviously, rocket launches. And I would say Rem has, like, her more of her kit comes from her, doing damage. I feel like her value comes from her doing damage more than the healing and buffs that she gives to rocket launchers, to be honest, right? Maybe the rocket launcher buff is more valuable, but I would say she's good. Rosanna, rest in peace. This Rosanna, I would say, is it a reach to say she's an SS tier character? I think good is where I would put that Rosanna. Rupee is a mid character now. Honestly, she's basically dead. The Winter Rupee has always done nothing. Summer Sakura would probably go with Rosanna. I could have both of them in double S. I think that's not a reach to say, but at the same time, I feel like they're good in like they're so niche, right? This she's dead. This Sakura's dead. I'm sorry. Train. She was good for Train, but all she was good was keeping you alive in Train, right? Other than that, no. This Scarlet, we could put her in top 10 candidate. This Scarlet, we could put her in top 10 candidate. I would probably have her in SS now. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to have that Scarlet in SS. Signal, where you're dead. Sin, you're dead. Snow White, I would still say you're pretty good, right? Just in general, this Snow White, I would say you're mid. Not really, like, a go-to character, but not bad. I would say this Bunny Soda is very good if she increases full time, and then she also does some decent damage, but her main thing is supporting the shotgun characters, which I would say is still pretty good. The regular Soda does nothing. Soline, she's dead. Sugar, honestly, shotgun team is like, I feel like Sugar's just not making that team anymore. The shotgun team, I'm gonna put her in RIP. Like, let me just hold on. Let me open up Pride Room real quick, just so I remember who are the shotgun characters, right? One, two, yeah, I feel like she's just dead now. We could put her in mid, but in reality, she's just a dead character. Tia is going in that top 10 slot. Tove is a pretty mid character, but she has that support. Shawnee's a mid character, but she has that good DPS. Vesti is useless. Viper's favorite item puts her in like double S, honestly. Volume is still a pretty good character, just not the go-to. Yan is useless. Yua is useless. Uni is useless. And Zwei, I would say, is a pretty mid character when it comes to her supporting with the Pierce buffs. Right? So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. These are our top 10 right here. Let me rank this in order, right? I would say it's this, probably this, would have these two here. Probably would have Alice be higher than the Killer Wife. I would probably have the Killer Wife here. Then I would probably switch these two, right? I would probably have Scarlet there maybe. Right? Obviously, I'm not counting these two. This is like 1 and 2. So if it's 1 and 2, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would say it's like this. I would say Scarlet is still like this. Scarlet, I know, is falling off because all the new DPSs we're getting. But in reality, she's still very, very good. Would I say she's better than Alice? Honestly, with all the new supports that Alice has been getting with the fire stuff, like I feel like Alice or Scarlet's just going down and Alice is staying up, right? Alice is a good character. You just got to sell your soul for her to work, but we're not going to like remove that fact from it. So, these are all the dead characters, mid, good, SS, top 10. This is obviously my opinion. Is there anything I would change? Maybe not. Like, I think Mary could go up. I think Guillotine could go down. I think Bay and Biscuit could both go down or up. Maybe Biscuit could go up. Bay could see her in dead, but I just can't. I don't understand how I would ever do that. Ludmilla in mid might be a reach. She could definitely go to dead. Is there anybody in dead that should be coming up? Maybe Sugar could come up. Other than that, everybody else here is quite dead. I'm sorry, right? This is an overall tier list, so it doesn't matter if they have one good effect. If they're not as useful in the entire game, it is what it is. So this is my little ranking all the characters. If you agree, then just like it. If you disagree, then dislike the video. If you agree, let me know why. If you disagree, let me know why. Let me know who you would change. Let me know if you agree, whatever. All that stuff. Your boys, Zxous, I'm out. Bye.